Greg's back in the house, Concord Food Co-op. So,
good morning.
How are we?
Good morning.
Great.
Round up.
Round it up.
That's actually the topic of today's conversation.
Ding, 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 ding,
Nice. So the Round It Up at the Register program is going great, and I want to back up a little bit because the primaries next week, and so I hope some of the
It is?
So
when did that happen?
Well, you mentioned it this morning, and that reminded me. So I hope some of the presidential candidates are listening because our guest today just did a great job in getting their supporters out. So what we did at the Concord Food Co-op was back in July, we asked for nominations for local nonprofits. So as you went in shop, you could put a name on a list. There was about 60 nominations for local nonprofits. Concord Robotics was one of the 60.
Right.
Then every time in August you went in and shopped, you got to vote for the nonprofit of your choice. Well, Concord Robotics, they got out there. The
supporters were there. The advocates
got their supporters
were there.
out. They got out to vote. They voted for them, and they were one of the 12 selected to be a recipient of the Rounded Up at the Register program.
Out of the 60 that applied. That's
they
amazing.
are the recipient next month for March. So maybe they'll give some tips to the president candidates.
I was going to say, if I run for Senate, would you guys back me? I mean, that's great.
No. Let's have a talk first.
Okay,
and also, there's no school today yet. Look, they're here. They
That's
didn't say,
awesome.
hey,
Yep.
Greg, there's no school. We're no shows. Okay, no, they're here. So I appreciate the dedication to the cause.
Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So how did you get people lined up going to stuff in the box at the co-op? That's great.
We made it kind of mandatory that at the end of the meetings, we'd bring all the members down and you had to get at least a drink. I ate a lot of sushi that month.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
That's great.
We started our own hashtag. It was called #BeatRosie.
Because I'm Rosie. I'm the captain of the team.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I went every single day. My family and I went every single day.
Oh, my gosh.
To the co-op that month, and no one could beat me.
So the rest of the crew,
tried.
they were chasing you, though.
Yeah,
they were
trying.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And no one did end up beating me, but there was a incentive involved if you could, but they couldn't. So.
All right. So you're the beneficiaries this month.
Next month, March.
I'm sorry, next month.
Yes.
What are you going to do with the money? Would you have plans for it?
We do.
Okay.
So we're actually. Do we want to introduce ourselves first? Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm sorry.
Please.
And
yes.
you are?
I'm Aidan.
Hi, Aidan.
I'm a junior at Concord High School, and this is my third year on the robotics team.
Nice.
Why? What made you say, I want to do this?
I was at the club fair my freshman year, and somebody hit me with the robot, and I just felt that instant connection.
Nice. And I said, I want to spend my next 4 years trying to hit someone else.
Yeah, I like it.
I can build that.
So we do a lot of things to impact the community. So with this money, we're going to do things like start more First Lego League teams. So we currently started a First Lego League team, which is like building robots like we do, but with Legos. And for younger kids, we have one at Kristen McAuliffe right now with the 4th and 5th graders, which is actually the youngest age you can go. And we decided to go with that age because we want to start them young. So start getting STEM to kids that, wouldn't have had the opportunity because we're working with the Boys and Girls Club too.
Yeah. Great organization.
Yeah. They reached out to us and they really wanted to get a STEM program in there, and they really just wanted to give those kids that opportunity. And so we pay for, we help them pay for cost of registration, cost of supplies, things like that, because it is very expensive to register for the competition, buy the Legos, buy the little brain for the robot.
Sure.
So we'd like to start more of those teams. We do a lot of volunteering within the community. We were helping at the Concord Food Bank. We do a lot.
That's awesome. And you are, in your work with robotics, you really are applying science, technology, environment, and math. I mean, you are working these all together in your creations.
Yeah, definitely. Students are able to not only get the technical skills, so whether it's coding, CADing, learning how to use tools, things like that. They're also getting these soft skills. So whenever we're at market days, that's a huge event for us. We have a booth for the past 2-3 years now.
I think
Right.
3, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a huge event. We see thousands of people.
And you've got to be able to present yourself,
Yeah.
don't you?
Right.
How long have you been with Concord Robotics? What year are you, and how long have you been doing this? And what got you into it? That was a great question.
I'm a senior, so this is my 4th year. My freshman year, one of my friends said that she wanted to join, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll try it out. And I think the thing that really solidified it for me was when well, 2 things. When I went to a competition, the energy in the room is just incredible. Seeing all of these students who are so passionate about what they do and so passionate about helping each other out towards a common goal, even students from other teams, if like one team's robot breaks, other teams will be willing to help you because in the end, we're all there to just have fun and learn something, and we all understand that. And then the other thing was that Dean Kamen, the founder of the program, was the inventor of one of the first insulin pumps. Right. And my little sister has type 1 diabetes. So that kind of combines my love of, it kind of got me into biomedical engineering, which combines my love of engineering and being able to like do something and be able to help my sister and help other people in the future.
So where do you go with this next year?
I'm going to be going to Wentworth Institute of Technology in Boston.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So has this helped you set the table for post-secondary?
Definitely.
Okay.
This program is amazing, and it gives students such a head start, whether you're going into college, whether you're just entering the workforce. It gives you those skills, just how to work in a team, how to collaborate with others, how to work with people who don't necessarily see eye to eye with you, but you can still work together with them. It gives you so many skills.
Well, you know, part of critical thinking is you got to look at all aspects, even ideas that weren't yours or are opposite of what yours are, and then come together as the team, as you guys do, in making decisions to really be like, okay, we've looked at everything. This is the best possible creation we could have.
Definitely.
How many members of the team?
We've increased so much in the 4 years I've been on the team. This year we have 50 students on our roster, which is something that I'm super proud of. We recruit as much as we can at every event that we go to. We're always saying, you know, we always want new members, no matter who you are, no matter what your skill set is. We want you, we'll teach you. You don't have to be technical because we need those people to design the logos. We need the artistic people. We need people to do the outreach, do the business type stuff, because we really do operate like a small business.
Wow. That's good. So everybody's talents are really in.
So is it that growth in membership is a combination of more interest and your outreach, or is there definitely more interest in the subject?
I think because we've expanded as a team and been able to fundraise more, get more resources, we've been able to get our name out there more. Because there are teams in First that have like hundreds of kids on them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's huge teams out there, and they just have so many more resources than us. But now that we've been able to get more resources, we can get our name out there, and more kids have become aware and been like, oh, this is something I might want to do. And just get passionate about it.
Now, 5th graders playing with Legos. What are they going to learn? What do you want them to get out of? I love Legos. I would spend hours with Legos. I mean, those were the coolest thing. As I get older and I retire, I may be at home playing with Legos. But, I mean, they're a great tool, but what do you want them to get out of it?
Sure. We want them to learn.
So you have to speak eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, she's good, but, I'm just saying.
So we want them to learn like basic engineering skills. We want them to learn team building skills. We want them to learn the design process of how you go about going through a project. Like you have to plan it and then you have to build it. You can't just jump the gun and then go right for it, because then your team isn't working together. You guys are all branching off, and that's not the aim of the game.
No. No, because then you get 5 different answers coming back together.
Right.
And you really want to kind of work on one goal, one result, if you can. Now, Legos are awesome because you could buy the kits.
Right.
And my son used to build the kit as instructed. But then he opened up his mind and started mixing the pieces with everything else. And that's a real plus, too.
Yeah.
Now, are the parts that you use just standard stuff? I mean, you're ordering from someplace and buying the inventory, or do parts have to be custom made? Do you have to go into the machine shop and ask them to custom make parts for you?
Good
For
question.
FLL,
What was that?
For the Legos, it's just like basic. You just buy the kit, and the kids build whatever
for the
they
kids.
want.
Yeah.
No,
but
for
for
the-
stuff
yeah.
you guys do.
For
You guys.
us, we machine a lot of the things that we build. We can buy things like stock, so like pieces of aluminum 1x1, channel.
Fire retardant metal. Yeah.
But we do, and like they sell gearboxes that are specifically for our like first. But we do machine a lot of what we make.
Yeah.
So do you have your own space within the machine shop, or do you just share space with everyone else in the machine shop?
So our situation's kind of like a little bit crazy. So before this build season, because we're in build season right now, which is like our beginning of our competition season, we had what was essentially a closet for the most part
It was
to
an
work
old
out of.
computer room in the high school, so it was very skinny and long, but it was not very large.
Yeah, we had to move out into like the hallway to work on all of our stuff and throw everything back in the closet before the end of the day.
When you were done, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But this year, our principal came up to us and got us the professional library, which is a much larger space. And we were originally going to share it with the teachers during the day, but they ended up moving their meeting space, and now we have the whole room to ourselves for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and we're so grateful. It's been
Gives
amazing.
you more cred, too.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been amazing not having to move our stuff in and out, because we did the calculations of how much time we were wasting because we would
Of
have
course
to
you
pick
did.
up everything, and it ended up being something like
60, 70 hours
Yeah.
a season.
it was crazy.
It was crazy.
That's
See, with
great.
me as a kid, my cousin, who was older than me, gave me his erector set. Remember those?
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
I
There
remember
was
I
a
had an
metal
erector
box
set.
on
Yep.
a rainy day, and it had a little motor. So I could make the crane and do stuff, and it was
Make
great.
a windmill. Yeah. I remember
yeah,
that.
I love that stuff. That was
Well,
so-
that's basic robotics, dude. You
One thing-
you experienced it.
One thing that we are still trying to improve for our build space, though, and we currently have a fundraiser going on right now, is computers for CADing. So CADing is what does it stand for again?
Computer-aided design.
Computer-aided design.
Okay.
I always get that wrong. And it's basically drawing, but it's 3D modeling.
Right.
And we don't have the software to run it right now because every student at Concord High has a Chromebook. But Chromebooks cannot run basically anything. They're very
They're very basic.
They're very
They're
basic.
very basic. Yeah.
So we currently have a fundraiser on Donors Choose right now, which is a platform that teachers can put items that they need for their classrooms or their clubs and request items for. So we requested 2 Dell monitors, right?
Yeah, 2 Dell desktop PCs.
Yeah, computers. Yeah.
So that we can be able to have more students run more sophisticated CAD programs, because right now we're working in Onshape.
Nice.
Yeah, Onshape advertises themselves as a professional program, but at our level, it's very clunky and not easy to use.
Right.
Yeah,
right. And
so-
you need something more user friendly, more specific for what you guys are doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone who's listening would like to donate, you would just have to go to Donors Choose and search Concord Robotics, and you would find us. And it's just a fundraiser for 2 laptops that would allow us to run SolidWorks or Inventor, some more sophisticated CAD programs.
Man, you
that
never
would-
stop pushing the product. do
No,
you?
but
She's
it's
right
wonderful.
there.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so impressive.
And what about next month? Would you encourage individuals to go
Yes.
to the
After
co-op?
you go to the
Definitely.
Congress
Yeah.
Food
Go
Co-op.
ahead.
I mean, and this is they're explaining why, and you guys have it together. Like, oh, we need 2 specific
Are
things.
you kidding?
We're
I'm ready
starting
to
a
go downstairs
fundraiser.
after this fire. Our IT guys,
I know.
hire them.
Yeah.
You know?
They're
okay.
listening.
We're
Sorry.
going to be at the co-op on April 1st with our robot. So if anyone wants to come see us and our robot, definitely come on down. And throughout the
Where am I coming down
At
to?
the
Right to
at
the
the
co-op.
co-op.
Right to the co-op.
You're just going to have it there.
Yep.
Okay.
But would you be after your month of donations at the
Yes.
Rounded Up program, which is so the fruits of their wares they can see on April 1st.
Does the robot have a name?
last year's robot is named Millie. Millennium Toaster is her full name.
Okay.
This year's robot does not have a name yet. But by April she will.
I love it.
Yeah,
She'll start developing, traits.
I like this. We have to, we got to take a break.
Yes,
So
we
many
do.
other questions.
I know.
This is great. This is great. We're going to take a break. Back with more right after this. What you guys do? Build weird chainsaw stuff that cuts stuff? I mean, what do you do?
Man, I wish we did that. But
Not that Millie Toaster would have appreciated it, but just want to point
Die,
out.
toaster,
Yeah.
die. Yeah.
So it's not Robot Wars that you're.
no,
Okay.
No.
So our games are more task based.
Nice.
And so how the game works is every year you're placed on an alliance of 3 for every match, and you have to work together as a team to score as many points as you can, doing like certain tasks. So you can place balls in certain places, or you can place cubes, or you can shoot balls, or you have to stand on a certain button, or things like that. You have to work together as a team to score points.
Okay, the circular saw cutting the toaster oven. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, that is cool.
The crowd would love that.
I'm sure it'd be an illegal move, though.
Oh, okay.
Anybody
It
that's
would be.
showed up with a rotating blade, they're probably thinking, yeah.
Thanks, Buzzkill.
Thank
But
you. I'm sorry.
I'm not following you. You're the members of the team are standing on spots, or you're getting your robot to do something that
The robot.
Robot,
Okay,
robot,
the,
yeah.
the robot. Now, to enter your robot, it has to be, I'm sure, original work. Do they and so that you bring blueprints or something? Do they try to get your robot certified that it's original work or something?
It has to be inspected, yeah. So there's a list of rules that is very long. It's like a 50 to 60 page
Woo.
handbook of the rules for the game, the
like the thing
rules
that came
that the
with my
robot
Visa.
has to follow.
Yeah.
That we never read.
Yeah, I know. What's the power source on the robot?
12-volt battery.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was, thinking plutonium or something, really good.
Yeah.
Wow. But I think that's the perception that people have of robots. Seeing Big Bang Theory and having the robots smash each other in the arena, or Wallowitz built a robotic arm once. I think that's what we see, and we're thinking, so you guys are making these things that are.
But
you're
likewise,
not.
but they are task driven.
Got
And
it,
not
got it.
everything, like Howard Saw could not pick up a ball and bring it to the other corner.
Right.
He would be able to saw the whole thing apart.
But I'm just saying there's a difference between perception and reality.
True that.
Is what I'm
True that.
pointing out.
And this is a student club, correct?
Yes.
So is there the same like GPA requirement that the sports activities have?
You have to be passing all your classes to be a part of it, but you don't have to have like a certain GPA to be a part of the club, but you do have to be passing. You have to be passing a certain amount of classes and be taking a certain amount of classes, but it's pretty low standard.
So where are you guys going to be in 10 years? What do you see yourself doing with this? You going to build on it?
I'd like to become a robotics engineer.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, so my plans after high school are to study abroad somewhere in Europe and study robotics engineering.
Are they better in Europe than we are on robotics?
They may not be, but they're certainly much cheaper. At
Okay.
least colleges are.
Okay, no, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Good
But
point.
in terms of advancement, or I would think the Europeans. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but they got it together. They do or they don't.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, but
We'll be finding
I
out.
like the fact you want to go abroad and do that. That's cool. What do you want? 10 years? Where are you?
At a biomedical engineering company of some sort, designing products that are going to improve people's lives. So either prosthetics or devices like insulin pumps, or because right now they're working on a closed loop system for an insulin pump and a glucose sensor. So doing something with that.
Who are these people? I feel like such a loser, Greg. Stop bringing these people in.
All right. So next month, round it up for Concord Robotics.